you are well again.
Yes, I am.
And,
Isn't that great?
That's really great. And,
Yeah, it's cool.
I wanted to ask if you could talk about, or briefly sum up what was your situation and how it evolved.
Basically, I was born with a faulty valve, and it was just something that I had to get monitored every year. And as the years went on, it just got worse.
In his heart.
Heart valve. So I think in December, right when I got home from recording drums in Vancouver, I had my second opinion 2 days after, and he said, "You need to get this done as soon as possible." He recommended me to one of the best surgeons in the world, and I ended up getting booked in February 2nd, and I had open heart surgery where they cut you open and stop your heart and put a pig valve in and put everything back. And it was about 6 weeks of just lying around doing nothing and being bummed out because I couldn't do anything. And then everything turned around, and now I'm stronger than ever and really pumped to play drums and be on tour. And it was a little worry at the beginning if I would even be able to come out.
Yeah.
And now I'm here, and I'm really
A little worried. We were fucking terrified.
And I'm having fun.
Scared.
Like it's really cool to be able to, like, imagine you were filming this video with a broken camera for 9 years, and then all of a sudden your camera's fixed and everything's working great. It's a really, really cool feeling. So
What did you guys do to cheer him up? Or
I was just shocked, you know, the whole thing, you know, it was pretty overwhelming. I just tried to be there for him and be a good friend, and everyone in the band was really supportive. And, you know, people are asking us, like, why is it taking you so long to get your record done? It's like, well, this is a major reason, and you know what I mean? So it's just really cool to see him back and healthy. As not even, I don't care about the band, I'm talking about, like, as a human being and as one of my friends, it's good to see him feeling better, you know? And all the band stuff is just a perk at this point, you know, that he can come out and play, and I'm just happy that I have my friend.
Yeah. Did it have, you already mentioned, what effect had it on the recording? Or
Well, it affected us, I mean, he was done his drums by that point, so just, you know, we had some shows booked, and we decided not to do them or accept any other shows just because he wouldn't be ready. So this is our first big show that we're doing, you know, like Rock'n Park. We did a show in Brighton, we did a TV thing yesterday, but this was like the big festival, you know, so it's pretty awesome to have him here ready for this one, you know, so.
Okay, and the second question that popped up, what will be the title of the new upcoming Billy Talent album?
You know what's funny? I'm going to be honest, and honest with everyone out there in the cyber world, that we are really not that smart, and we don't have a title for the record yet. We have come up with some ideas. Most of them are really bad, but no, there's no mystery surrounding. We just don't have a title yet. I think it's coming.
it's almost there.
There's one that I think might work, but we're gonna have to wait and see. So
Yeah, no, just because it's going to be like the EPK. For the,
I would love to give you it, but we don't have it. So
One thing
Can we give you some fake ones?
we can give you a whole bunch of fake ones if you want. No, okay.
But one thing I read that is it true that the first 3 albums gonna be summed up as a trilogy, and that it's definitely not be called
100%. It will not be called 4. It will have nothing, no numbers in it.
Yeah.
Maybe 69. But we'll see. Just kidding.
I of course gave a listen to Viking Death March, and yeah, from my personal opinion, I think it could almost fit on the first album. Now,
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
From the energy, now that you've completed this trilogy, was it kind of? Did you have the desire, like, to go back to the spirit of the early days, or?
I think we definitely went back to just the 4 of us creating with no outside influence. We've had producers for 1, 2, and 3, and this time, you know, Ian was learning. He was always taking over and always pretty much producing every record we did. And this was the time for him to, you know, show us what he learned, and we all just gave him 100%. Let's do this. And I think the fans will be really happy to hear that it's just us 4 back again. And it does remind me of our first record when we were, you know, still learning. And this time it's just going to be, I'm really excited about this record.
How did you work on the songwriting? What did you do differently to the other albums?
I think the process has always remained the same for the most part. We really took our time. And Ian had so many amazing ideas, and we kind of just let them kind of come naturally. And then we'd all just kind of sit there and work on these songs. But we're not like most bands. I don't know, every band has their own way of operating, but we are very methodical. So we'll work on something for like a month straight. Like, and just keep on working on it, and then we're like, done! You know what I mean? And then we'll get to the next song. And then, you know, once you kind of have a loose template of everything, then you kind of go back and tune up little things that you think, you know, are different. And so, yeah, it's been a really, really challenging and amazing process. And I think we've all individually in the band have pushed each other a little further than I thought we were all comfortable with, and it was good. It was like, well, I think you can, you know, try doing, you know, and you kind of try to impress each other to the point where the songs benefit, you know. So yeah, it's been cool.
Where do you write? Do you write in your rehearsal room, or do you actually write in the studio with a producer, or, you know?
We were very smart, and we got a building, and we used to rehearse at a rehearsal hall with a whole bunch of other bands. And with this record, it was like we finally saved up enough money to buy our own place where the four of us can just go anytime. And we just spent hours and hours, countless days, just in there together, creating music. And it usually is just Ian coming in with these killer riffs, and that's us just painting over top of them, you know. It was really fun.
I felt that Viking Death March also, I mean, has a 100% Billy Talent feeling, but I also felt that there's some kind of 80s hard rock.
Yeah, but we've been getting that a lot. Like, everyone's like, it sounds like Maiden. And we're like, really? I'm like, yeah, I don't,
What was the musical, and what did you listen to, or was there anything particular that you were inspired?
I don't think so. Ian had that riff for a while, like, you know, that was like something he'd been storing for a long time. And then we just kind of, he started piecing it all together, and then just kind of get this big epic, you know, and it has this really grandiose kind of way about it, you know. But no, I don't know. I think why people think it sounds like Iron Man is because there's like a gallop. It's dan, you know what I mean? So it's like that marching, you know, and that's what Maiden was always like in the gallop. So yeah, anyway, so I think that's why people think it sounds like Iron Man.
Is it a representative song for the rest of the album? Like, can you?
I thought so, but it's really not. I think this record is cool because there's a record, like when we were growing up, a record came out called Blood Sugar Sex Magic by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and at the time, that record blew us away. We just couldn't imagine anything greater, you know? And the cool thing about that record is you have songs like Under the Bridge on it to give it away. And the whole piece kind of works in one cohesive unit, but none of the songs sound really similar, but for some reason there's a vibe that's captured. And this record definitely has a vibe to it, and there's an energy that just surrounds it. So Viking is definitely one of the harder songs in the record, and more like, but there's a lot of different outies and a lot of different, you know, paints on the palette.
Some songs are harder, some songs are softer.
Yeah.
Who was your producer, and how long did you
Ian produced it, a guitar player.
There was no extra...
No producer. We did it all ourselves.
Ian DeSaw, producer extraordinaire.
Yeah, he produced the record. So we actually went back to our engineers, this guy Kenny Luong and Eric Ratz, who did our second record. And so it was Ian and these two guys. And that was it. And we just kind of hung out and made a record. You know, if you're confident in your abilities and you're really confident in the band, and, you know, we've been together for 20 years almost, like 20 years next year, the four of us, you know, so we're kind of like at a point where we're like, well, okay. You know, not saying we might not ever use a producer again, who knows, I don't know. I'd love to not and have Ian do everything, but if life happens, you know, but yeah, he definitely did a great job.